Hi, my name's Emmett. I work for Max R&D and I'm here to give you some tips on adjusting your Pentangle shower unit in your store box units. There are three things that we need you to make sure to ensure that your shower can be installed properly is that your box unit is level, square, and rigid. And if you have any doubts about the rigidity of your box unit, we suggest that you use bracing to improve the rigidity because it's very critical for the shower that your unit is as rigid or almost as your home walls would be. Okay, once your box unit is ready to go and your shower is pretty much installed and you're ready to make your adjustments, there are 3 points on the shower where you can make adjustments in order to adjust and get the proper fit of your panels. The first point of adjustment is the wall jamb. In the wall jamb, you have the possibility of a forward and backward motion, as well as a leveling. The second adjustment point is the bracket, where you have a slot which allows a forward and backward movement. The third is the hinge in your fixed panel, where you have oversized holes, so you have a slight adjustment. And also the hinge in your door panel, where you have short slots which allow a side-to-side movement and a leveling function. Having a well-adjusted door is making sure that the hinge component that is mounted on your door is leveled. In order to get your part level, you can loosen the screws and using a small level adjust your bracket until it's in a level position and then retighten your screws. The same adjustment that we made on the hinge component on the door must also be made on the fixed panel hinge component. You need to ensure that this component is level, and also in order to be sure that it's truly level, you need to make sure that your fixed panel is level. If you need to adjust your fixed panel, you can do so using the wall jamb and the bracket. The next step is mounting the door onto your hinges. In order to do so, we provide these door mounting leveling tools, which you can find in your skin pack. You can apply one on each side of the threshold at the bottom of the door. These parts help you in both supporting the weight of the door and ensuring the door is at the proper height in order to allow your bottom seal to pass the threshold without any interference. Once you have the door mounted in the hinges on these tools, then you can check your hinges to see if they need adjustment. In this case, my hinge is too high. What I need to do is loosen the screws at the back and lower the hinge into position so that it's fully supported by the fixed panel. The same applies for the hinge on the bottom. You need to adjust. In this case, my bolts are tight. I'll adjust after. If ever you end up in the situation where your door will simply not mount onto the hinge and you have an interference, it's most likely the case that your distance between your hinges on your door is too small, meaning your top hinge is too low, your bottom hinge too high. In order to fix this problem, you simply loosen your hinges and increase the distance and try again. Once you finish making your hinge adjustments, you can remove your door supports and you should have a nice fit with your door. The door should close properly. You should have a nice magnet contact completely along the full height of the magnet. If this isn't the case, you may need to make further adjustments. Often what we see is that there's a contact between the door and the base at this point. This is often caused by the weight of the door and the fact that the door is quite frameless. You have two choices of adjustments you can make at this point. Often there's an issue caused by out of square box units. We do provide an adjustable shim gasket that you can use behind your wall bracket in order to bring the corner of the fixed panel more outward, which has the effect of raising the bottom of the door corner. If this isn't enough, you also can use your slot in your fixed panel by loosening your bolts on your bracket and adjusting the tilt until you're comfortable with the gap that you have at the bottom. Once everything's perfectly adjusted and fits nicely, you can install your wedge seals to hold the fixed panels in position, and your door should be perfectly functional.